McDaniel with 3 additional murders on top of the charges he was already facing for 11 other deaths, including his alleged involvement in not 1, but 2 deadly mass shootings in Birmingham last year.
And tonight we wanted to know more about the legal process facing McDaniel, who's charged with 14 murders dating back as early as 2023. WVTM 13's Magdala Lusant live and local in Birmingham after speaking with the district attorney. Magdala.
So, Guy, DA Danny Carr tells me his office is determined to have all of their cases together so that at some point they'll figure out which one of the cases will go first. Damian McDaniel was charged with killing 14 people in Birmingham. BPD says McDaniel is the man behind 2 separate mass shootings and several other homicides last year. But he's not the only one charged in some of the cases. And since McDaniel and his co-defendant have been off the streets,
it's irrequired, so to speak.
Jefferson County District Attorney Danny Carr says when his office charged McDaniel and his current charges, they spent a lot of time trying to connect McDaniel to these new murder charges for firefighter Jordan Melton, Mia Nixon, and Anthony Love Jr.
People in this office working overtime, extra time, to try to make sense of all of this horrific killing.
Carr says his office is still working on which of the cases will go first when it's time for trial.
Multiple victims, but one incident. Those cases can be tried at the same time. If it's an incident that occurred on the other side of town, the rules of evidence kind of dictate whether or not something is relevant.
Right now, police believe McDaniel was hired to kill some of the victims. That's something prosecutors are still working to determine behind the scenes.
In all honesty, we don't know that. We know there were motivations, so to speak. But at the end of the day, what we do know is individuals decided to take the lives of other people and do it recklessly, intentionally, and left a long trail of blood and pain in our community.
A community connected to 14 victims wanting to know why this happened.
It's a tangled web, so to speak, but it's important for the entire story to come out.
And what's the story?
The story is that there were people wreaking havoc in our city and in this county. And at this point, and at some point, we're looking to bring those people to justice.
I did ask Danny Carr, how much will these trials cost Jefferson County taxpayers? He tells me he can't put a dollar amount on it right now, but it will be a lot of money. And we recently learned Damian McDaniel is in a Alabama state prison right now under closed custody. So what does that mean? It means he is in a prison cell by himself, away from other prisoners. And if he wants to go out of that cell, he will have to be restricted and have an armed correctional officer with him. For now, we're live in Birmingham. I'm Magdala Lusant, WVTM 13.